Good day, puppy lovers. Today I have Gucci with me. I have to shave him actually because he's full of mats. Let's get moving. Time to shave this one. They need to see the groomer fairly regularly to be sure that no mats happen, but in this case it happened, and you know, we all have lives. We all have it's not always easy to take care of a cotton, and we're just starting him over. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a 7-blade. He's a young pup. I mean, he's like 3 years old. I don't advise you to brush this because it might hurt the dog. When you're shaving, you'd be tempted to want to pull on a mat and then shave into the mat. You don't do that, because what happens is when you're pulling like this, it's pulling on the skin, and when you go to shave, that you could get a piece of skin caught in the blade here, and you don't want that. So the important thing is to, you know, it's okay to hold lightly, but you don't want to be pulling and trying to do this. So I'm going to do the first shave. He's going to go to the bath, and then he'll have the finishing shave. This shave is just to get all of this hair off that we're not going to be drawing. Yeah, he's a little worried. You don't need to be worried, honey. You're all good. He's a very good pup. He's a cutie. Are you burping? Why are you burping? So he doesn't have any mats on the top here. It's really all underneath and in the legs. And he does wear a diaper because he does do some pee-pee sometimes. So mom and dad have him in a diaper, and that can cause some knots too because it just rubs, right? If this was an older dog, I'd be sure to check first that the dog doesn't have any warts and whatnot. See, I'm just like holding lightly, but you don't want to pull on the skin. You don't want to cause any open wounds, cutting them. And as you see, I'm tapping. I'm just tapping to get in there, holding the leg tightly. If it doesn't want to go through, then I might use a 10. But he's okay. He's okay. He's very worried. Poor little one. Don't be worried. Oh my God, guys, he looks just like my Sam. I got to tell you guys how I lost my dog. Okay, so Samu, I'd had him for like 15 years. I got him, he was like only 7 weeks old. And Samu was my world, really. I just loved that dog. He was my everything. Oh, he's pulling. A year and a half ago, Sam started having some weird epileptic seizures. He was having seizures. And so he had the first seizure. I was sitting and watching TV. I was in my room and we were watching TV, my husband and I. And then suddenly he starts seizuring. I had never seen him do that before. And it's like, lucky I was there because I caught him just in time because he was gonna fall on the ground, right? Right when I was holding him. And it's like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? He's having a seizure, what's going on? He finally gets out of the seizure. It was probably, I think it might've lasted 10 seconds, 20 seconds, I don't know. It felt like forever for me. Anyhow, so he comes out of the seizure and he's all tired and panting and the whole thing, and I'm going, oh my God, Sam, and I'm just kind of trying to touch him to reassure him, right? And he growled at me, and it's like, oh my God, it's like as if he thought I did that to him. Like he didn't know what had happened. He's unaware, right? So anyhow, so that seizure happens. And I'm thinking, maybe this is just a one-time thing. So the next day, I think it was the next day or the day after, he has another one. But this time he was standing at the edge of the couch, right on the arm, you know, the armrest, where the arm part is. He was standing like his 2 feet on top of the arm part, and he fell face forward, and he broke his teeth, his front teeth, and he was seizuring on the ground, and there was blood everywhere, and it's a white dog with blood. Like he was the same thing, same thing as this pup here. And he's just seizuring away, and I'm like, oh my God, this dog, I thought he was like bleeding internally, and he was like, it was coming out of his mouth, but I found out afterwards, I realized that he had broke all his front teeth, right? So anyhow, so then of course we went to emergency, whatever, and we saw the doctor, and so they told us, because he started turning, he was turning round and round and round only on one side. He just kept turning and turning. So the doctor said, well, that is because your dog has a tumor in his brain. And usually the side that the dog turns is the side that the tumor is. So we got him on meds, and he was doing really good. I found my dog back. He stopped the seizures and all. He was on a lot of medication. He was on, in the beginning he was on, because he had hurt his neck. Or just before I continue, I'm going to show you guys, see all these mats here? You got to get in there. And I won't be able to get in there with my 7 blades. So when you can't get in through the mat like that, it's okay to come in with a shorter blade. So in this case, I'm going to use a 10. Because you don't want to be pulling at that, if it can't get underneath, it's thicker. You can see the thickness is not the same, right here. So I'll just go in with a 10 and get rid of it like that. So yeah, so where was I? It's crazy. It's crazy when I look at this dog, guys, all I see is my dog. And it's like, my heart just stops, Anyhow, so he was doing good for a while and he was on all kinds of medication, and yeah, he had hurt his neck. So he was on anti-inflammatories, painkillers, he was on all kinds of stuff. So all he would do is sleep and sleep and sleep because his meds were making him sleep, right? I'm gonna try to switch back to my 7 blade here. Anyhow, so he, yes, he slept a lot. But then we spent Christmas with him. He was fine for Christmas. And he started up again, even on the meds. He started up again. He started having those weird seizures again. So I don't want to attempt to do this. Sorry, guys. Don't want to attempt to do this area here because where he had his little jewels here, that's skin. There's some loose skin there. So you don't want to go in with your 7 blade there. You're going to go in with your 10 blade. I don't want to attempt that because that loose skin, so I'll try to kind of pull this because it's loose in there. Loose like a goose. I'm going to go in there with this 10 blade because I really don't want to catch that skin here. So yeah, Sam didn't do too good after Christmas. And then one day, I woke up in the middle of the night because I heard him, he was like whimpering and he wasn't doing very well. He had pooped all over himself and it's like, oh, there was so much poop everywhere. Then I just shaved like all the bottom part of his body. He was just laying there, right? It's like, okay, this dog is dying. This dog is dying. We have to see the vet right away. We got to go have him euthanized because this makes no sense for him to be fighting like this. So the next day we decide we're going to have him euthanized, and I wanted to have him euthanized at home, right? It was on a Sunday, but there was nowhere that would, no one was open on the Sunday for euthanization. So anyhow, I ended up deciding to go to a vet and have it done over there. But I told my husband, I says, look, we're going to keep him in his bed because he's comfortable in his bed, so we're bringing him in his bed. So that's what we did. We brought him in his bed. But before that, we decided to go have lunch. We had to be there, I think, like at 2 o'clock or something that they could take us. So we figured we'll just eat something before going. And so we went for our lunch, waiting for our appointment. So we went to eat. And you see that over there? See that? I'll try to zoom that in here. Oh, that's too close. You see that? That, to me, is my little Samu. The little guy holding the dog in the air like that. And all around it says, I had the time of my life, And it says, yes, it's true, and I owe it all to you. It's that song, right? And so you'll see this is relevant. So I bought that before Sam started, was getting bad, right? So I says, that reminds me of my Samu. So anyhow, back to at the restaurant. So we go to the restaurant, and suddenly that song starts playing. You can stand up, honey. Stand, up, you can do it. So that song starts playing. And I looked at Steph, and I says, oh my God, that's Sam sending us a message. I felt like he was sending us a message. Okay, so we hurried back home, and he was literally dying there. So we rushed to the hospital, to the vets, even if, because they took us, they were going to take us at 2, and it's like, it wasn't 2 yet, and it's like, okay, my dog is dying. Why are you going to take me only at 2, right? So anyhow, so we got there. Yeah, we had him euthanized right away. It's like he was like, just like, I didn't want to see him, struggling. I'm going to use a 10 blade, sorry, for the underarms. So yeah, that's my story with my Samu. We brought him back home because there's no way that I was gonna have him, you know, have them junk him somewhere, have him cremated, or I didn't want to do that. So I brought him home and we have him with us. He was buried here with us, in our yard, so in the garden. So anyhow, that story, my Samu story. Oh yeah, it's hard to lose our pets. Any of you lose your pets lately or have a story to tell me, to share with me? I love stories. Oh really? Do you have a story? Yeah, it's a little long to get him all shaved up, huh? We gotta get you in the tub, honey. But before getting him in the bath, they want all of this really, really, really short, right? So I'm just gonna come in and take a lot of this off. It's gonna look horrible, of course, because I'm just cutting away and, you know, just taking the bulk off. But they want the face really, really, really short. It's like I do a 10 millimeter on the top of his head, right? So I'll check to see and let you guys know what that is. And the blue Andis comb, number 2, that's the 3/8 inch. That's not very long, so we're gonna just cut around his ears. They want just a contour. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him since when? I haven't seen him since September, and now we're March. 6 months. It's a little long between grooms, especially for cotton. Oh, he's all sheepy. All right, let's get him to the tub, guys.
For those who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Jenn, professional dog groomer since 2010.
All right, now we have a clean baby. Yes, we do have a clean baby.
So this is a shout out to Kathy Quilar Sanchez. I hope I said that right. So this is a comment she gave me last week on last week's video. The comment reads, "He was a handful, but I think you did a great job. He looks good, considering he never stops moving and growling. I give you a 10. As I've told you before, I really enjoy your videos. You explain what you're doing, and I find that interesting and educational. Take care." Kathy, it's more than a pleasure that you find that my videos are educational and interesting. And you're quite right, he was a handful. I'm just so glad that I can reach out to all of you and show you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing things. My goal here on YouTube is to really help and to be there for all of you and to answer your questions. I'm seriously really enjoying this YouTube journey, and I'm having a great time getting to know all of you.
It's a lot. It's a lot to shave out. Hang on. Better than it was. Can I clean inside here? Give me a second. I'll clean that. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're okay. There. Much better. I'm gonna cut some of that too. Better. Let's clean out the other side. What's going on here? Huh? And just pull all of that. He's got a lot. So I'm just gonna wiggle that out and I'm going to just shave it out. Hang on. Actually, I might have to just cut because it's long. You got lots in there, honey. I'm surprised you don't have any ear infections. Just gonna shave that. There. Yeah. We're almost done, hon. No, I usually just shave, but he might need some plucking because it's really thick. You know, I'll shave when there's like some hair in there, but it just seems pretty thick. So I might do some plucking also. Clean that ear. And let's get you all dried up. You don't want the wind in your face. I'm sorry, we have to. All right, so little boy is all dry. You show me your face, show everyone how dry you are. Yeah, look at how dry he is. Woo! All right, now let's fix this pup. I'm going to start with the 30 blade here. We're gonna do his feet. Show me your toesies, honey. You're gonna stand up, up, up. Show me those feet. And let's get this done. If you're not used to using these clippers under the feet, please consider using a 10 blade and not a 30 blade to start out with. If this dog was kicking too much and fighting me, whatnot, I'd be switching it to a 10 blade also. I don't want to cut this pup. I already nicked him, so. All right. Get both paws back here done. All right. Front feet. To the front, hon. To the front. Some dogs, you know, can be a little more difficult either in the front feet or the back feet. Sometimes they're fine with all of them. Sometimes they don't want me to do any of them. Just finished grooming a dog a while ago, and boy, a 10-month-old dog. And this dog had never seen a groomer before. So mom and dad brought him over. Actually, it was a little girl. Her name was Mia. Brought her over, and she's a Yorkie Shih Tzu mix. And boy, was she all over the place. She just was pulling and kicking and screaming and doing, you know, everything imaginable. So I'm switching over to a 10 here. And I'm going to clean out my blade. I don't know if you can see, but that blade has got a lot of hair in there, stuck in there. See all that hair stuck in there? Watch this. That's actually pretty cool close up. So I'm going to take a toothbrush and I'm just going to pop that out. And that's going to make the difference, you know, whether your blade's going to cut or not. You got to take all of that stuff out. There. Do this side also. Sometimes when I'm cleaning my blade and then I get the blade oil, the oil on it and all that, sometimes it'll clump up in there. So you got to kind of clean it out. I didn't get his belly a while ago before putting him in the bath. I could have done that, but I didn't, and it's okay. Are we gonna stand up, honey? Stand up, hun. Get up, 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 up. Okay, all of this is yellow, and the reason why it's yellow is because he wears a diaper, and urine will stain, right? So, I'm wondering if he might have any little pink rash or anything. That could happen sometimes when the urine is very strong, right? So that could stain and that could cause a rash. Well, he seems to have a little bit of a rash there. Yeah, we'll do under his arms. You are so tall. He's so tall. I'm trying to get my camera angle right. He's a tall boy. I'm filming you from practically underneath. Got a little knot there. There, it's gone. All right. Whew. All right, nail time. And I'm gonna see if I can grind them also. His nails are a little long. Turn around. I haven't seen him in a good while, so I'm not too sure how long that is, but we'll have a look here. Yeah, they are long. So we're gonna get in there a little tighter. Hang on, honey. I'm just gonna cut a little. He's just trying to sit. Take that off. That off. Those are pointy. I'm gonna do the other foot, but I'm gonna see if I can use the Dremel on those. I'm not sure if he'll let me do it, but if he doesn't, then fine. It is what it is. I'm doing my best. Let's try the Dremel. Well, wow, you gonna be a good boy? You never know, maybe he's gonna let me Dremel the back, but not the front. We don't know. We'll see. Sometimes up until they realize what's going on, they won't do anything. You know, sometimes they'll just notice it, they'll look at it and like, what? What is that? And then they'll start freaking out. It's like, well, I've been doing 2 or 3 of your toes. Okay, let's do the other toes here. I'm just doing a little. You got to really be sure that all of that hair is out of the way. Because if you don't take it out of the way, you're going to end up yanking hair right out of its skin. You don't want that. And if you do put that Dremel down while it's still rolling, put it down far away, really far away. You know, because you don't want his tail to hit it. The only reason why I do that is because I find it really hard to open this Dremel. It's like I've got one hand and I'm trying to clip it open anyhow. Oh, maybe it's an excuse, I don't know, but that's what I do. Get these done. These were long too, so. Dog's nails should be done fairly regularly. Hard to say. And because, see, this one's curled in. Can you see that? It's curled in. Try to get in closer. Yeah, they need to be done regularly because that can turn and go into the pad. He's fine. His nails don't turn much. This one is turning, but those other nails, they weren't turning. And guys, here I'm using just a kitty nipper because the nail's turning. So we have another one here. These ones here turn inward. So I'm just gonna come in and there. Look at those long nails. They're like kitty cat nails. Look at how pointy that is. It's got kitty cat nails. All right, let's try to Dremel your nails here in the front. Okay, let's try that. See what I mean? I don't know if all Dremels are tough like that or if it's just I got a bad one. The other ones I had wasn't from Dremel. I have another one from Andis. And I've had another one, two from Andis actually. So I don't really know. This is the first time I owned this one. He's being really good with the Dremel. Not all dogs let groomers do their nails like this, but he's being really nice. Trying to get in here. Look at that. Feels like that's trouble here. You really got to get that hair out of the way. So of course I'm trying to be on camera here. Good boy. You're doing such a good job. Oh, how come there's a toenail there? I missed that nail? I just didn't cut it short enough. The nail fell in there. The nail fell inside of that. Huh, that's weird. All right, you're gonna need to give me a little bit of wiggle room here. All right, you only got one more to go. One more to go, honey. It's the last one. Always seems like the last ones are always the toughest. Okay, fine. He's fine. Okay. All right, so feet are done, and now I'm gonna shave him once again. Back this up, and I'm gonna give him a nice finishing shave with my 7 blade. You are so pretty, boy. You certainly are. It's a 7 blade, finishing everything off. So of course, when you have to shave down a dog like this, when there's mats and whatnot, you do it right before the bath. You give them their bath, and then after that, there's no use in washing all of that hair just to be clipping it afterwards. And it's longer to dry, and yeah, there's no reason to do that way. All right, so let's get his little toesies done. We're done the shaving, and now we're gonna clip around his toes. There you go. He's so calm. When he got here, when he arrived, he was so stressed out. Now he's just so calm. Well, it's pretty quiet in here. There's only me and the sound of the aquarium. Of course, you can hear the cars outside, but it sounds like the ocean. It does, because there's a whole bunch of cars that, you know how when they're on the highway, it sounds like the ocean. Sometimes I pretend it's the ocean. They're supposed to put up a wall for us. It's been years that they, you know, the community has been asking for a wall, but I think it's going to happen for real this time, because they put actual money on the study to see, you know, how many decibels, and years ago it was way too loud, but now it's even worse, guys. It's just worse. I just got my window changed. I don't know if you remember, I had a horrible window, and now I have a beautiful window back here. Look at how beautiful this window is. It's huge. Yeah. So, finally got that changed. It took all winter for them to finally come and get it done, but of course, it was too cold to work outside, so I totally get it. I totally get it. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. What you doing sitting down? You don't want me to brush your tail? Gotta do some brushing, just a little. He's got some knots in there, guys. I'm gonna have to actually just cut out. So what I do is I usually start with a little bit of the brush to see what comes out lightly. You know, we don't want to be pulling hard. And then I'm going to assess and see what parts need to be cut out. So I'm going to sit down. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to pull out my little scissors here with the teeth. That is a, you can call it a blender, a thinner. So I'm just going to come in and snip a little bit of this out. I'll cut right into the knot. And I'm going to feel for the other knots. And like this, that's way big. If you want, you can try ripping. If you want to take this apart, you can just like separate it. It doesn't hurt the dog. See, the dog's not even moving. I'm just separating it. And then you can try again, once again with the brush, see if that works. And I'm holding that hair tight. See, the dog's not even moving. He doesn't feel this. And you just hold that tight. See, I kind of got through it. There's another way you can do too. You can use little scissors, and as long as you're going in the same direction as the hair, go in the same direction as the hair is growing, and just separate that knot. If the blade's good enough, you can just, you know, flick this like this. He's getting tired. So I'm gonna try to get this knot out like that, there. Just I got it. Yeah, there's a lot of knots in there. We're gonna have to cut some of that length off too. He's got more here, so this is a little bit of work. They did not ask me to shave the tail. So, if it would have been completely like one mat and you have no choice, you have no choice, but see what I'm doing, guys? I'm just like ripping. Just rip a bit. And then you use your comb to see the work that you've done, if it worked, you know? And you find that knot again, come back in, and you either cut it, comb it, brush it, do what you want. It's your choice. It's your battle. You know, if you don't want to deal with any brushing at all, just cut them all out. Cut them all out. But this, I'm just trying to keep this tail nice as much as possible. If this was my dog, I'd probably shave the tail. I'll tell you the truth. I'd probably shave the tail, but I want my client's dog to have a nice little tail. So But I'm not putting him through much trouble. Look at him, he's just sitting there. Oh my God, he looks just like Samu. It's so crazy, little one. You look just like my little puppy. I miss him so much. My heart breaks looking at you. My God, guys. Oh, I'm never gonna forget him, never. He's the love of my life. Well, now I have more loves of my life. So I have my granddaughters, I have my daughter, and I have my husband. So of course, I say Samu's the love of my life, but they all are, I guess. My family members, love them all. So yeah, he's still gonna have a really nice tail. Look at that. Some more in here. We're just gonna cut that also. I think he's tired. I'm tired too. I had a heck of a day. I had that other dog that I was mentioning a while ago that was just all over the place. And that pup was he just did not let me do my work. But I got it done just the same. Clients were very happy. Stand, stand, honey. Stand, stand, honey. There you go. So I'm just gonna bring this all the way down to the table, and whatever's past the table, you know, whatever is past that, I'm going to cut, snip. Okay, and now he's gonna need a lot of this out. A lot of that's gotta go, guys. Look at that. I am going to take, because he's shaved down too, eh? They never mentioned anything about me not cutting the tail, so I'm gonna cut that much off. And do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna come check to see, because it's never, ever, ever equal, right? So you gotta go fix it on this side. Go all the way up to there. I'm gonna brush it out again. Come see what happens on this side. Just shake it out. Gotta do this a few times. Whoops, sorry, hon. Because I just knocked his leg. Sorry, honey. Sorry, honey. Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get him excited. All right, that's good enough. Seems to be good enough. I'll set him on the ground and then run after him and say, wait, 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 I can still see something there. All right. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna come up under here, clear this out. Oh boy, hon, what's that? I thought I got that a while ago. Is that, oh, he had a piece of poopy. I hope I didn't. Yeah, I don't think you saw that. So now that's all clean, nice area. All right, turn you around. Okay, so they want this nice and short. I'm going to give him a 10 on the top of the head. We'll do that right now. And when I say 10, I mean 10 millimeter. That's a 2 Andis comb. It's the blue one. That's 3/8 inch, okay? He's going extremely short on the top of his head. They want really, really, really short. So I'm going to pull a little bit of this back here and get the most I can get in front of his eyes here. Right. All right, so now I'm going to check out his ears. Yeah, they want the ears contoured like I did a while ago. I contoured some, but now I'm going to come finish some of this off here a little more. And he's got some mats in on the edge of his ear. Okay, so by cutting through the mat, it's gonna help when we brush a little after. I'm just looking for that ear leather, guys. I tell you, that ear leather, if the mats can feel like the ear leather. You gotta be 100% sure when you're doing this. I'm just turning your head, hon. You gotta turn your head towards me. It's hot in here. You tired? He's tired. Wants to sit down? Let's sit down then. If you want to sit down, we'll sit down. Do you, if you're a groomer, do you work standing or sitting? I do both. I'm up and down and up and down. I'm gonna cut all of this inside here. Or even if you're not a groomer, I mean, if you're just someone who grooms at home, who grooms your own dog. All right, I'm gonna fluff this up. And I'm gonna use, yeah, honey, we're going really short. I'm gonna use these thinners here. There's really aggressive thinners. I'm gonna go in nice and short. You gotta be careful, I don't wanna catch that ear. What are you doing? Why do you keep turning your head like that? It's like he hears something, but there's nothing there. All right, moving on. Okay, so you got some business to do here. Can we keep moving on, honey? So now I'm just gonna brush out those ears a bit because he had, and really lightly because you don't wanna scratch the edge of that ear leather. And once this is all brushed out, then I can cut again to make it equal. All right, so I'm gonna finish up the ears afterwards. Look at how he's laying there. We're gonna cut in the front here, take some of that off, your visor. Whenever I do the head, I always have a hard time for you guys to see properly. No, don't move those ears. Here, hon, you gotta let me do my job. You gotta let me do the job. Okay, so this is it, guys. I am done. There's just a few little spots here that I gotta check. And I'm live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time, so check your time zones. And yeah, he's got a curly there. I'm not 100% satisfied right now, so I gotta just keep at it, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.
Hey there, pet parents and grooming gurus. If you enjoyed my tail-wagging transformations and want more tips to keep your furry friends looking fabulous, just hit that subscribe button. Remember, every click helps spread the love and lathers of grooming joy. Subscribe now and let's embark on this fluffy journey together.